We have to stop believing in everything. And when it comes to stop believing in everything, we have the misconception as humans to be fearful and focus more on the negativity than the positivity. Welcome to the Brendan Brown Selection Facts and Theories podcast show. I'm your host, Brendan Brown, and let's just get to the topic. Today we're talking about how you need to stop believing in everything and how you need to really be consistent into your own thinking and into living life for your own experiences. We have to stop believing in everything. And when it comes to stop believing in everything, we have the misconception as humans to be fearful and focus more on the negativity than the positivity, which is very true. It's great to be aware, but we need to also speak more on the positivity in our lives. We need to become more fearless. Basically, we need balance. I'm not saying that we should go out here and be fearless, we should go out here and be scared, but have a balance. We need to stop being fearful of going outside and fearful of our career choices and our decisions. Which is, moving on to it, we have to live our own life for Christ. And if you're not faith-based, live your life for yourself. And don't live life for your friends, your family, or your grandparents, parents, whoever it is. You gotta live your life for you. We as humans, especially as African Americans, need to not just teach our kids and the youth about racial issues, drug awareness, and people, but we also need to teach them about financial literacy, skills in work or business, and helping them with their decisions in and out of school, and also their passions. We as African Americans have to realize that it's great to talk about, which I believe is very serious, racial injustice, things like that, all that nature. We also need to speak on the positive matters, teach our kids about financial literacy, financial things, teach people, not just African Americans, but also the youth, because I'm not just trying to speak to the African Americans here, I'm trying to speak to everybody here, that as a youth, we should be educating. There are a lot of kids who are not black too, who aren't learning about financial literacy. They're not teaching it in a lot of schools. They're not teaching business and work ethic in a lot of schools. So it needs to be taught. Having your passion needs to be taught, and stop trying to live that traditional lifestyle. It's stupid because that's all people think we should live, traditional life. Work that job or 9 to 5, however it is. No, if you want to pursue your goal, your passion, live for it. We as a society has to stop believing in everything with fear. We also have to stop being so small-minded and thinking so rationally. We need to plan and be cautious, but also be fearless, like I keep saying. The first segment of this episode to go deep in is career choices. We also have to stop thinking that work ethic comes through a 9 to 5 job. Recently, which is my father, a family member, my father, who told me that work ethic comes from jobs. And sometimes even my mother used to say that, and some other family members used to say that. But I believe, and I don't care what they think or what no one thinks, and this ain't be disrespecting them or nothing, we all have our own opinions, like I said in the last episode, but what I believe is that as a creative, your creative ability is your work ethic. And you as just maybe a traditional worker too, has work ethics. It doesn't have to always be hard labor. It doesn't have to always be social skills. Haven't you heard about soft skills, which we'll get deeper into it? But to get back to it, work ethic can be you playing basketball, you pursuing your passion into rapping, acting, or even YouTube, etc. Starting a business. Work ethic doesn't have to just come from 9 to 5 jobs. And that's what I want to make sure I want to explain on this podcast. And that's what I want people to know in this world. That a 9 to 5 does not teach you everything. It doesn't teach you about life. It doesn't teach you about this and that. People think that, 9 to 5, that's life. No, it's not. It's what society wants you to do. Life is for you and your experiences. We can't do everything because life can be hard at times. But one thing we can do is pray to God and believe in Jesus if you're faith-based. And number 2, pursue your goals and passions. Reverse that. Pursue your plans, because I don't believe in goals after watching that reel, which I'll pop up right now so you can see it.
But when you're a kid, they told us to write our goals down.
They did, and they lied.
And it's important when you're a kid.
Yeah.
You saying they dumb.
They lied.
Well, tell me something new.
A goal is the simplest way to fail. See, if you set a goal and you don't achieve it, You ruin your self-esteem. You ruin your self-efficacy. I started to question, who am I? If you set a goal and you do achieve it, congrats. But what if you could have done more? D. Wade, we all do something like this. At 26, I want to be married. At 28, Twitch, I want to have kids. By 30, I want to own a home. But what happens when you're 31 and you have none of those things? Now you start to question yourself. I no longer believe in goals. I believe in setting an objective with no limitations, because a goal is an end towards which energy is aimed. But why in the world would I start something with the end in mind?
Life isn't all about pleasing your parents, your friends. Sometimes, or most of the time, it's about you making your own decisions for yourself and figuring out what the heck do you, or I, as in you, need to do for me, which is you. Basically what I'm trying to say here is, for you as the audience, what do I need to make for my decision? And I mean I as in you, not me. What decisions do I need to make for my career? What do I need to do outside of my career? What do I need to do with this and that? Doesn't have to be career, it's outside that too. Think about it financially and in your career, and very critically, rationally think about it in a good way. For example, should I pursue my career in YouTube, or should I stay at that job that I'm afraid to quit? Should I go to college for 4 years and please my parents, or should I continue to make six-figure money on TikTok, YouTube ads, business, etc.? See, things like that, that's career decisions. Is it bad? No. If you want to go to 4-year college, and it doesn't have to be by your parents, if you want to go by yourself, by your choice, it's good. It doesn't matter. If you're making $80,000 on TikTok and you still want to go to college, do you. Live life for you. All I'm telling you is that you live life for you. I'm not telling you that you should be a creative, you should be a traditional worker, because I used to thought that, you should always be creative. But I had to realize in this world that a lot of people aren't creative, and some people may just want to live the traditional life. Some people may not find their passion, and that's okay. Because, patience is the key, which is the next one, patience. We have to learn that in life we shouldn't be rushed. We shouldn't have to figure out our life after high school or at 16. When I was younger, this was around the pandemic time, I was about 14. I had some family members been asking me, what's your passion? What's your passion? And I was like, really? What's my passion? And I was too young to really know what my passion was, but I always wanted to be an entrepreneur. And at the time I was still a rookie in podcasting. So, what I wanted to accomplish was being a podcaster at the time, before I wanted to become a motivational speaker. And there's something how you think about things, and now it gets bigger and better. And that's why I tell you, you have to just take your time. Look at me. Now what I want to become is not just a podcaster or entrepreneur. I want to be a motivational a lot of things. And I tried a lot of things, which led me to doing a lot of things. I'm also voice acting for Mortal Kombat Retold. If you want to know more about that, links down below for that. The best thing to do after high school, if you don't know what your passion is go to the military, like everyone always says. Or just try a lot of new things. Don't worry about trying to climb that validation ladder for your parents, your grandparents, your friends, or whoever. Don't give a crap about what they think, because at the end of the day, they don't decide where you go in life. God does. And you do. Through God. If you're faith-based. And if you're not faith-based, like I say, through yourself. If you can find a way to monetize what you like, do it. Monetize it. Make money off it. Make profit off what you love doing. Because you don't always got to make a video. You can make profit out of just doing eBay. People do eBay for a living. Some people make $80,000 a year on eBay. A lot. Making money on eBay, selling old items and getting a lot of fortune off of them. Stuff right in your house can give you a lot of fortune. Sneakers that you have can give you a lot of fortune, like Jordans, anything. The next segment is decisions. Your decisions matter. It's not about no one else but you. Don't be selfish, of course, but stay locked into you. Don't have a fixed mindset, but a growth mindset. And when I mean have a growth mindset, I'm not just saying like stay locked into you. Also interact with other successful people. Try to be around people that uplift you, not people that bring you down. Because if you be around that, then it's terrible. Having a growth mindset comes from you consuming the right content, with also being around the right people. So what if your family member or friend says that you've changed or you're an outcast or things? No, you're not. You just want something better in life than what other people want. You don't want an average lifestyle. You want your lifestyle. Rather if it's climbing that job that you like, or if it's being creative. But one thing that you shouldn't do is just work a boring 9-to-5 job your whole life. Work for something that you like, either for yourself or under a company that you really adore. You being around a certain person can either make or break you. It can. It can make or break your career as well. Your family isn't always right. Your friends isn't always right. And people wearing suits ain't always right. And when I mean people in suits, I mean professional businessmen or people who portray as business but just want money out you, like gurus. I'm trying to buy all these gurus that you're trying to get, because sometimes these gurus are all shisty and lies. So be careful with those. Because if you waste your time buying all them, they're just going to really just waste away, because you're learning nothing and they're just getting good money out you. Sometimes the skill sets they teach you is just really lie. Then my last segment of this episode is outside. So when I mean outside, I mean go outside, go talk to people, go grow your network, and it can be digitally outside too, outside your platform. So skills, don't be afraid to show people or even practice your skills. Your skills can help you on a job, or even help you start up a business, digital business, or in person that can help you. A business doesn't necessarily mean a building or a digital company that you're selling products at. A business can be anything. It can be a YouTube channel, it can be your TikTok channel, it can be anything. It can be you just building a brand on selling, I guess, coffee seeds. It can be anything that you put your mind to it. Business can be you sharing YouTube, NFTs, TikTok accounts, streaming games, heck, even a lemonade stand. Like I said, just wanted to recall that in your brain. And also, back to skills, your skills doesn't always have to be communication or labor, like I said earlier in this episode, which we're leading to now, which we're going to talk about this best topic that I learned right in marketing class, digital marketing class in high school, which was 9th grade, by the way, which was soft skills. Soft skills are skills that mean personal attributes that enable someone to interact effectively and harmoniously with other people. And to go deeper, it's also known as common skills or core skills that are applied to all professions. These include critical thinking, problem solving, public speaking, professional writing, teamwork, digital literacy, leadership, professional attitude, work ethic, career management, and intercultural fluency. Your skills can be video editing, leadership, marketing, writing. However, if it's creative, if it's fun, if it's uplifting, then it's great, because I realized this a lot and it blew my mind that you can be creative right on your job. Here are some jobs where you can be creative. You can just write things. You can just market things. Like, that's great. I thought that 9-to-5 jobs, were always, oh, you go work, you go do boring. But no, I had to remember, because I forgot myself. Well, I didn't really forget. I just learned this by making the script. I learned it that this whole time, even during the pandemic, I increased it, that there's a lot of at-home work jobs that isn't just you on an email list doing this. You actually can be creative. You actually can start writing. You actually do marketing. You actually can be creative. Because sometimes that marketing, that creativity, can either be a boom or bust for that person's business. And if it's a boom, great. If it's a bust, sad. But hey, you're still creative. So I believe that creativity is something that will always be here, rather if you're a normal job force or just in your own business. So, this normal job force, which is turning digital, is really great, because back in the old days, you had to have hard labor and things, by what I heard. And by the way, this isn't the old days where guys go work hard labor and the woman either stay home or work easy labor. No. Everybody can do what they want to do if they just get a college degree, or if they just have great experience, because a lot of companies aren't hiring you for college degrees. People keep thinking that. I don't know why people keep thinking that, but college degrees are not really the thing no more. College degrees are really decreasing. And a lot of people just want your experience or your skills, because like I say, if you have good skills, if you have good backgrounds, especially if you were in high school doing a lot of things, you're good. And speaking of that, that's the main thing. They just want your high school diploma. If you have a high school diploma and what you did, like how we're doing now in my school, because some schools are really highly advanced. Because our schools, we got a bunch of talents. Like, they'll teach you marketing skills, they'll teach you acting things, everything, you know. Because if you're learning creative things or whatever you love doing, guess what, that will all help you because you had that experience in high school. So now college is basically an option, because everything we're doing now in high school is like being in college. We have different classes for different things. Back in the old days, for my mother, I guess, and things, it was really like you just go to high school, you do what you do. You didn't really have like these arts infused talent classes that we have now, where you can start your business, do Photoshop, acting, whatever it is you love doing, even cooking. So we have choices in this modern era, like Gary Vee always say.
About the Great Resignation. The thing that I'm way more worried about as all of you go on your journey to build the things that you want to build is the great never applying in the first place. The amount of options 17, 19, 22-year-olds have going into the world, and they're aware of it, of how easy it is to make $60,000 a year flipping on eBay, making content on TikTok. There are so many more options than what we grew up with if you're over 35 here, that it's profound. You have to understand what's coming up the ranks. These are 15, 17, 19-year-olds that aren't lazy, that are not entitled, that are not soft. They have options. This is not about they don't want to work. This is about I'm 16 and I make $250,000 a year on YouTube ads. Sorry, mom, I don't want to go work at such a place. This is not they're soft. This is they're smart. If you wake up every morning dreading going to work, I would in parallel start creating some options for yourself. You can, while you have that job, start the other thing on the side and let it build. Or you can quit and take a lot of risk and start right away. Or you could just stay the course and have regret when you're older. That's it. That's it.
And to really think about it big, even with scripting out this whole episode and recording, through all those processes, really choices. Jobs are very diverse, especially with the pandemic that led us into this technology solid society that we have. You could be a writer, marketer, or even content creator. Working a job or even working for yourself nowadays is pretty much diverse because of the technology that's given to us, and it's really much fun. Depending on your boss, of course, if you're working in a normal job, but if you're working for yourself, it's not as bad. Don't be afraid to go out and meet new people, guys. Don't, and gals. Network with people who are like-minded like you. This podcast, this is like-minded for you. Subscribe to it. Hit that notification button, like the button. Subscribe on the audio, if you're listening to audio. Go and comment. Do everything. Communicate, because this community is really great. We're all like-minded. Check out Discord down below too. Truly, like, we're a community. We're here to help each other uplift. We're not here to be better than nobody. We're not here to compete against nobody. We're here to do better. And if you want to do better, if you want to be around a community that can help you, especially if you're a youth like me, come on and join. Don't just talk to people because you can relate to them based on their characteristics, their appearance, or even the way they talk or character or anything. You need to really talk with those people and network with people that actually have compassion, soft skills, and want better in life. Just because they're a person you can relate to doesn't mean nothing. And it doesn't. Oh, well, I know him for years. That don't mean nothing. If he's not wanting to do better in life, and if all he does is just smoke weed, do whatever he does, get away from that buddy. If that girl, whoever your friend is, females, or whoever your friend is, if she's not doing right, then get away from her. I don't know how it is to be female. Whatever female issues y'all have or whatever, y'all know which friend is right for y'all. Y'all choose and do what y'all gotta do. And back to us guys, same thing. So just make sure that you choose the right people, because like I said earlier, choosing that person can either make or break your career. So just be aware.